What's going on, everybody? Respawn Gentleman here. So today I'm going to show you all of the working glitches after the 1.8 patch. Let's get right to it. So the first glitch I'm going to talk about is the under the map glitch for the DLC. Now there's two ways to do this. I find this one a bit easier. It requires the Mario shoes, which I do have a video linked in the description if you're curious about how to get those. They're really easy to get. But basically what you want to do is inside the Carnage Hall, with your Mario shoes equipped, you want to go stand on top of this kind of branch here. And then all you want to do is, while holding forward, looking straight down, just spam the jump button. And when you do the flip, just turn around. And there you go. You have successfully glitched yourself out of the map. So it's really important that as soon as you do the flip, that you turn around, because otherwise you'll kind of get stuck. So if you ever kind of get stuck in a thing like this, just make sure you fall through the walls on the side. If you get into the main part, unfortunately, you'll have to most likely die in order to get out, or go back to the main menu. One of the two will fix it. But you can go to any of the arenas by doing this, which is really cool. Let me drop down here again. As you can see, I keep getting stuck in them, but this will go to any of the arenas in the DLC. And this far one over here is actually going to be the Hephaestus's Forge. But yeah, you can go to any of them this way. It's really cool. You can also do this with the hoverboard, but it's not as easy to do, but I'll show that as well. So for the next way to get under the map, you want to have the hoverboard, which you can see right here in my inventory. If you don't have the hoverboard, unfortunately they patched out the ways to get it, so you would have to get it dropped by somebody, because it still can be duped with the multiplayer duplication glitch, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. But what you want to do is, on the map, you want to come over here to this area in the DLC, specifically to this like kind of blood pool, and you want to stand around this kind of grass right here and be looking kind of this direction. Now what you're going to do is, when you hop on the hoverboard, you'll get stuck in the ground. Then you want to use a drop kick, which will push you through the ground. So let me go ahead and put this and show you. Go through here, you'll get stuck, drop kick, and then there you go, you're outside the map. Make sure you immediately switch off of the hoverboard, otherwise it'll cause some problems. So just kind of do a little jump, and then you are free to explore. Again, there's the Bozak challenge right there if you want to explore that one. What's really great about getting under the map is that some of these places will still have weapons and things and items you can collect, which you can keep coming back here over and over again to collect them. Usually they respawn after a little bit, so if you need some health, or like here we ended up in the Hephaestus's Forge challenge, and you can run around to the little things to get like healing items and crossbow bolts and all sorts of stuff like that. The best way, again, to get out is either die from a high height like I just did, or go back to the main menu. Either way, but that is how you get under the map for the DLC. So next I want to talk about the Bozak item glitch. So the way you do this is, first of all, to unlock the Bozak challenge, you want to come here to the Demolisher pin, and right on top of the statue, kind of right in the middle on her back, will be a Bozak poster. You just want to go grab that, and then as soon as that poster has been grabbed, it will actually appear over here. Now, some people are having an issue where this door will not open for them, so you'll have to go the long way around. Basically, you want to end up back in this room, which I can show you from up here, just to kind of give you an idea, is the door right next to Severus. You see Severus right there. So come through this door, and right down here at the bottom is where you'll want to go, and then here is the challenge. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start the challenge in order to do this, and I will skip forward to where you need to go. So you want to progress through the mission until you get to the part where you have to kill the bolters. So this is really important to only kill a few of them. Do not kill all the bolters. So I'll kill this one real quick, and then get rid of these zombies, because they will be attacking you like crazy. So kind of make sure you clear the area around you a little bit. But all you need to do is loot the bolters' bodies, and you can see I got a quad damage +8. So that gives me 8 shots on a quad damage. Let me kill another one and see if I can get a home run. So there we go, a home run stick. So those are your two options you can get. Now what you want to do is fail the challenge anyway, either whether you die or you just run out of time. Either way, just quit the challenge. Do not finish it after you grab all the items you want. Make sure you leave at least one bolter still alive, otherwise this won't work. So at least one bolter still alive after you grab all the items you want, and then just die, like I said before, or let the timer run out. Now, once you're dead or the quest failed, you'll actually appear right back outside the challenge. The reason why you don't want to complete it is because if you complete it, this will disappear. So now you're able to go back in and do it as many times as you want. And you can see here, I do still have, there's my home run, and I do have the 8-shot quad damage as well. The 1,000-shot, unfortunately, is no longer obtainable. You can't get this unless someone duplicates it for you. So if you don't already have one, that's the only way to get one at this moment in time. Next, I'm going to talk about how to get all of the amazingly overpowered weapons from the DLC challenges. So they have to be gotten from the spectacles. You can either get them from Severus or from the posters if you've already completed the spectacles. It doesn't matter which one you do. I'll show 2 examples, one of where you can just pick up the item and the other where you have to use a spear in order to pick it up. So we'll go ahead and do this. First, I'll start off with One Day in Haran to show you the first method. So just to show an example, I'm going to run over here, kind of away from the zombies so they don't grab me. You want to run right over here. There's multiple places you can go, so this doesn't really matter. I would highly recommend, you don't have to do this, but there are a couple virals that pop up. So it's good to take them out before you do this, otherwise it can cause problems. Okay, so there's the first one, and here comes the second one. And we'll knock him out. Okay, so the glitch here, we can see we have the military machete. What you want to do is hold down the cancel button, and when it is 75% done, 3/4 of the way, so when it's, exactly 3/4 of the way, that's when you pick up the weapon, and it will take it out of the challenge. So let's show it right here. We got that, and you can see it's still on my screen here, so I'll go into my inventory, and now you see I have 2. This is the one I had before, and this is the one I have now. Occasionally they'll have mods on them, sometimes they won't. Like this one doesn't have any mods, so I can add my own. This one already came with mods, so you know it's different every time you do it, but you can do that super easily. Let me show you the next method. So here I am in the Prince of Thieves challenge. With the other 3 spectacles, you do not have weapons you can pick up. They're in your inventory, so you have to swap them out and then do the pickup glitch. So in order to do this, just select whichever weapon you want to drop, and make sure in your menu you do have swap weapon turned on. If you do not have swap weapon turned on, this will not work. It'll tell you what button to push, and this is super important. Right here for Xbox it says A. I believe on PlayStation it's X, and I've heard that on PC it is G, but I can't confirm that at this moment in time. But just go to this specific option, turn it on, and it'll tell you exactly what button you need to push. So what you want to do is go to a spear and hold down the button that it told you. So we'll do this. You don't see anything, but I've just dropped the bow. Now do the same exact thing we did before. Hold it down till 3/4 of the way, 75% of the cancel button is done, then pick it up. So we'll do it right here. And you can see the pipe bow still on the screen. So we'll go to my inventory, and there it is right here. What's great is all of these weapons are absolutely overpowered. Doesn't matter which one you get, they're all exactly the same. Just depends on preference. If you want to get a 2-handed one, if you like the look of one a little bit better than the other, they all will 1 to 2 shot every single enemy in the game, minus Waltz, but he's different. But yeah, every single one of them is exactly the same, so it's just a personal preference on which one you want to get. So next up we have the Invisibility Glitch. Now this one you want to start off right over here in the Metro and Holy Trinity area, right next to the Bazaar, and just kind of follow the path that I'm taking. This one still works. It may take a couple of tries, to be completely honest. It doesn't work 100% on the first go every time, but you just want to jump on top of this building and go right over here to this bush, and you want to stand in it so you get the invisibility icon you can see on the screen. And then now what you want to do is fast travel, and you need to go over to the central loop. I find the easiest one to do this with, that works the most, is if you do the Huntress's Camp. It's a really easy one to unlock. You don't have to do anything to unlock it. You just gotta find it and it's unlocked. So fast travel over here, and the icon should still be on the screen. And if it's not, like I said, you just need to do it a couple of times and it will work. Didn't happen this time. So what I like to do is just immediately fast travel. That one's a good one because it has a fast travel kind of icon right in front of you. So then go back over there and just repeat the process until it actually works. So I'm going to skip forward to where it actually pops up on the screen for me. Okay, so there we go. I got it on the second try actually. So you can see it's on the screen here. I am still completely invisible. What's great is that this will carry through fast travels. It will remove if you go to sleep, and if you quit the game and go back to the main menu, things like that, it will be removed. But let me show you how crazy this is. You can use it in missions. You can use it kind of everywhere. I don't believe it'll carry through to the Carnage Hall because there is a loading screen that kind of removes a lot of stuff. So we'll walk over here by these zombies. You can see I'm invisible. Normally they'd be super aggressive and already be attacking me, but I'm able to walk right past every single one of them and not be seen once. It's extremely broken and can help you get through a lot of tough situations, but just make sure that you go to that bush that I showed and you do it multiple times, because it's not going to always work on the first time. So for the last solo glitch that you can do, this is the vendor reset glitch. This only works in the Bazaar right over here on the map, in the Trinity area. If you gave this water tower over here to the PKs, the Bazaar will not be here, so you won't be able to do this one specifically. I do understand that sleeping twice does reset inventories. However, this is twice as fast if you're using this particular vendor. It only takes 20 seconds, whereas sleeping twice in this location takes like 45 seconds. So it's much faster. And then also an alternative kind of farming method would be to go to the Plague Witch over here on St. Paul Island. I'll show you real quick where she is. She is located right about here on the map. I haven't unlocked it in this particular save. This is Chapel of Resurrection. You talk to her once, she'll have a bed that unlocks, and you can just go into the other room and do that. And it gives you more items for like boosters and things like that. So it's useful for those things, but this one is great for kind of what he has. So you can go over to the craft parts. You see he's got things like, you know, cleaning supplies, scraps, wiring. It's kind of like those types of materials. Let's just go ahead and buy the scraps. So all you need to do this glitch is just specifically head out of this door here and go all the way outside. I don't know what exactly causes this. It's the area transition or something, but you just open this door here, come outside, turn around. As soon as you do that, it's already reset, and you just go right back in and do it. Now, again, like I said, you can sleep twice if you'd prefer to do that instead of just doing this, or if you don't have it available. But you can see now he's got more scrap that I can go back and buy again. So you can buy a full inventory of resources and then go out there, come back in and buy even more. So it's a really great glitch if you're trying to farm resources as easily as possible. So you can get a lot of things here that are more man-made, whereas at the Plague Witch you can get more things that are natural resources. So you want to use both of those in combination to get all the resources you need. So next up we have the multiplayer duplication glitch. Now this one's super easy. You can see I don't have any UV bars in my inventory at this point, and we're going to dupe the UV bars. Basically, one person drops an item that you want to dupe. You both pick it up at the same exact time. It's easiest with microphones and counting to 1, 2, 3. It may take a few tries to get it down exactly, but you can see there that we both picked it up at the same time when the animations happened. That's how the trigger works, and this can be done with any item that can be dropped on the ground. It doesn't matter what it is. If it can be dropped, it can be duplicated. Do a special shout out to Venoms from my Discord server for helping me out with this glitch. So next up we have the Invincibility Glitch. Now this one only works in co-op, but basically what you need to do is get grabbed by a zombie, and while you're being grabbed, your co-op partner needs to heal you with the medkits. It doesn't have to be military medkits, although those work the best. What happens is as they're healing you, eventually your healing will kind of take over, and it'll automatically heal you instead of them having to heal you. So it's an automatic thing, and at that point you are invincible. It may take a few medkits. I remember I did one earlier that took 20 medkits. Then after that, it only took 1. So it just kind of depends. So I would recommend having a lot with you just in case. And you can see I just fell from a great height, took no damage whatsoever. I technically died, but it is absolutely insane. This will carry over through your entire play session while you're online until you travel to the Carnage Hall. If you move to the Carnage Hall, it will remove the invincibility. If you want to do this for your partner, just let them get grabbed by a zombie, and then you just keep healing them until you see their health automatically start filling up without you healing it. And I want to do a special shout out to One Savage Owl from my Discord server for helping me out with this glitch. Now, real quick, I want to talk about some semi glitches that are still usable. And what I mean by semi glitches is that you can still use the items if you have them. However, if you don't have them, unfortunately, there is no way to get them outside of mods. For example, the Kadoom shotgun. That's from the Doom challenge. At one point in time, you're able to take it out of the challenge. You can keep it and all kinds of great stuff. They made it to where now, if you take it out of your inventory, whether you put it in your stash or drop it on the ground, it disappears forever. So if you happen to already have one, it will still work. Same thing goes with the broom and the hoverboard. Now the hoverboard is a bit of an exception because you can duplicate the hoverboard. So if you want that, you can just find someone who has one and then duplicate it from them. But there is no way to obtain it anymore, just like there's no way to obtain the broom, and you cannot duplicate the broom. If you drop it just like the Kadoom shotgun, it will go away forever. Other thing on here is the quad damage, the 1000 shot quad damage specifically. There is no way to obtain this anymore. However, it can still be duplicated. So if you do want one, you need to find one who already has a 1000 shot. The 8 one, I showed you earlier how to get that, but the specifically 1000 shot has been patched, so you need to duplicate it from someone else. Lastly, I want to talk about just a few glitches that have been completely patched out of the game. For example, the UV light glitch was absolutely amazing. It would basically let you have a forever UV light around you, protect you from enemies and stuff. It was fantastic. That has been patched as of this update, so that one is no longer there. Again, the hoverboard, you're no longer able to obtain that one by yourself. You do have to duplicate it. All of the solo duplication glitches using the hoverboard challenge and the broomstick challenge are now patched as well, so those are not possible to be used. And the PK ship farm that was kind of AFK, where enemies would spawn under the water and die immediately, that one has been patched as well. I know a lot of people use that farm to get like thousands upon thousands of mutation samples per night, but I will be having more farms coming out very soon on how to get them, whether they be kind of AFK or very active, depending on which one you would prefer to do. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Dying Light content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.